Hey everyone, so recently I joined a board game group um, and I played How to Save the World last night and played a couple of games and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. So essentially what this is, you see this fireball here. So essentially it starts off at the end here and goes all the way and you prevent it from hitting the planet by either building a laser, building a shield, or evacuating everybody. That's what these three tracks are for. You see at the top here. So this one's building a laser, this one's for the shield, and this one's for evacuating people. And you have to basically build up enough on a track to at the end of the game to basically see if that project succeeds in stopping the catastrophe. Now, this is a kind of a cooperative but competitive board game. And that's kind of one negative I have with it, is I feel that I think it should have been a cooperative board game all around, trying to for all the players to build up these tracks. Um, and because that's one thing as I was playing, it was kind of like, well, you can kind of like if you're playing normally like casual, right? You can technically work together to build these, but in the end of it, the winner is like who gets the most points as this kind of like I know you maybe can't see it, but there's like this track that goes all the way forward here where points are given for certain cards and so on. Throughout the game, you move between this planet and this moon, I guess, and you gain resources as in here, and then you gain kind of like tech stuff, which is on your card here, where you build up upgrades for certain things. And then you have like here, you have different tiles that help you in paying for things or doing certain things to, because there's cards that you use, the cards that you can buy. Can't really see on here in the picture, but there's three sets of cards. It's kind of like a deck building sort of mechanic in it. The other negative I got to throw at this is that the rules can be a little bit much when you're starting the game. Once you start playing it, you'll pick up things rather quickly. But I think like just reading or even watching players play the game, kind of like you're scratching your head and stuff like that. At least it was for me. But it's once you get going, you can pick it up. Um, so over here are your resources here on your card, and they can go up in terms of like starting the round. You can make your certain currency go up to a certain point if you're low, which I thought is a neat mechanic in itself. Um, Overall, it's very interesting game. Um, the Even like playing for a bit there, this does take about an hour or so to get through, especially if you have more than two players to complete it. And I mean, even with, well, I think more players would probably make it go quicker because, there's this black bag that basically, like, at the end of every round, you kind of got to empty for however, like, this number down here is kind of basically like the bag counter, I'm going to call it, where you empty out seven tokens, like these gems. I don't know if you can see them, but they're like gems that you basically put in the bag as you're going through the round and putting gems in the bag because you want to outweigh the black gems in the bag because otherwise the black gems mean that this thing moves more than once, kind of at the end of the round. So in this case, there's seven, so you would have to reel seven tokens if you reel uh, any black tokens, that's how many the asteroid moves, right? So in a way, the game can be faster if you're getting really bad luck, or it can be slower if you're not. Um, But overall, I think it's a good game if you have time to play it. Like as I said, each game is at least an hour and a bit. It's not a quick game. It's not a fast game. Oh, stupid fucking nose. I swear to God. Dude, turn my videos. Oh my God. But if you're looking for like a quick game, like you could play in like 20 minutes, this is not it. If you're looking for a cooperative game, kind of is, but kind of isn't. And that's, as I said, my first negative towards is that I wish it was total cooperative, but it is what it is. Um, Innovation, yeah, there's innovation in that. There's elements that are from other games, like the deck building mechanic, the upgrade mechanic, which I've seen in other board games, is prevalent here. The resource management there has that system hasn't really been used in too many games, but I have played in a few rare occasions where it's been a thing, but not often does that come around. The tile or token area, that's I don't remember playing a game with that mechanic, so that's pretty cool. Um, the resource management, I do like that, where you have to actually land on these things to build up more resources than you're allowed, so that way you can buy things and make things go. The board itself is very, very like it's good enough, but not thick enough. Um, the kind of resource management tile, the tile playmat, I guess here is it's it's good enough. Um, I think if they went like with metal tokens and stuff, I think it would start rubbing down on these areas, but it's all right. The cards are fine. They're not flimsy or anything. I felt like the cards were pretty solid there. So overall, like the construction of the game as a whole is pretty good. Like it's the pieces are solid. You don't get like any cardboard garbage like some games have. From what I saw, the way they package the pieces and everything is actually quite convenient. In fact, it's like per color of like players and stuff, and each player can have kind of like their own package, their pieces and everything. And I think that was really cool. Overall, it is a fun game, but it does take time. It's kind of like Risk. Well, maybe not that long, but it does take time if it's not a quick game. But if you're in for like a spacey resource management kind of a game, with some cooperativeness in it, then this is a game for you. If you're looking for more of a faster game, probably you want to look elsewhere. But um, check out How to Save the World. Um, get a couple of friends together, and it's probably really interesting with four players. But still, it's a game worth checking out, and give the company support because board games, I think, are still an awesome way of entertainment and a social interaction there. We're living in a world with all this digital shit, and to get out and play, with friends on a social aspect with a board game, I think is very important in today's society instead of being stuck behind a screen. I love it. I haven't, you know, had this much fun in a while. I love this. I miss the social aspect of gaming, especially when playing like RPGs. But unfortunately, around here, that's impossible. But it is good to get out and try something new. And looking forward to the next board game. And I'll let you know what it is. Anyway, have a good day.